This is News 4 San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
It is what we do. Good morning. Nonstop News starts right now. We are the only station in town commercial free all the way up until the top of the hour.
That's right. We have you covered this morning. Jeannette has just showed us what's going on with the weather, and Joy joins us with traffic.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Mostly good news. So most of those areas that we've been tracking where there's been some delays over on 410, that has cleared. Delays on 1604 near 281 has cleared. But we're still left with I-35. So let's talk about that area because we now have photojournalist David Mendoza live above that spot from Sky 4. Still about a 20-minute delay as you're approaching those construction closures just outside Loop 1604. Here's that live picture from Sky 4. Good morning, David.
Hey, good morning. So it looks like we might be in the same situation we saw earlier on 410. So we have a two-vehicle accident bringing traffic in your northbound lanes of 35 after 1604 down to one lane. It looks like we have construction crews on the scene as well. Maybe they're waiting for this accident to clear Live Oak PD out with this accident right now. I haven't seen any occupants or paramedics, so this might be a little less recent, but it is causing a massive delay in the northbound lanes of 35. Again, this is after 1604. Sea of cars while you're headed northbound. The southbound lanes aren't looking too hot either. Maybe a couple rubberneckers in the area slowing things down for your southbound lanes as well. But again, down to one lane if you're headed northbound. I'll let you know what else I see out here. Back to you.
David, when it rains, it pours. Every time we've got one of those big construction closures this morning, it seems we have to follow it up with a crash as well, and that just slows us down. Downtown, we do still have construction closures here as well on the connecting ramp between I-35 and I-10 at the WOAI. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
In the Allen at the live desk, some brand new information just coming into our content center. The League of United Latin American Citizens, or LULAC, confirming this morning that another person has died from the deadly Dallas ICE facility shooting. 32-year-old Miguel Garcia Hernandez was a detainee. He was removed from life support following the sniper attack on September 24th. That attack also claimed the life of another detainee, 37-year-old Norlin Fuentes. This morning, we are learning Miguel leaves behind his wife, who's expecting their fifth child, and 4 young children who adored their father. The family had recently moved into their first home, which is a milestone his wife says Miguel worked tirelessly to make possible. Sources identified the shooter as 29-year-old Joshua John. He had ties to North Texas and Oklahoma. Investigators said he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound as agents approached him. A motive for the shooting, though, has not been released. Bullets reportedly found at the scene had an anti-ICE message. That's the latest from the live desk.
Emma, thank you. This morning, a gunman remains on the loose after killing a man and leaving him for dead just west of downtown. The shooting happened around 9 Monday night near the corner of North Colorado and Ruiz Streets. When police arrived, they found a man in his 20s in the street.
Our officers arrived on scene, found him here in the middle of the street. He had been shot multiple times.
SAPD says witnesses saw 3 to 4 male suspects seen running from the scene. We're working to get the victim's identity.
This morning, deputies are also working to find the person who shot and killed a teenage girl who was leaving a house party. So this all went down about 2:30 on Sunday morning at Lucky Road there on the southwest side. Deputies say that 17-year-old Aliana Ueta took off after a fight broke out. The fight spilled into the street, shots were fired, and Aliana was shot in the head. A witness told deputies that she was then run over by suspects in a black truck. No arrests have been made just yet.
A longtime Bexar County Sheriff's deputy faces charges after police say he hit a family member. Benjamin Ramos III is accused of hitting a woman several times during an argument over the weekend. Ramos has been with the sheriff's office since 2005. San Antonio Police is handling the criminal investigation side, while the Bexar County Sheriff's Office is conducting the administrative investigation.
About 15 minutes from 7 a.m. right now, the latest on the 2 people killed in the weekend shooting there at the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino. One of the victims, Marcus Antley, we told you about him yesterday. He's a retired border agent. He is remembered by his community as someone who dedicated his life to service. Family members have also confirmed the second victim is Alicia Danielle Sanchez. That's her right there. She is from Carrizo Springs. She leaves behind a husband and children, and her neighbors are speaking out about her death.
We always pull together. You know, Carrizo Springs, we're very united, so, well, whatever they need, we usually help. Everybody helps. It's such a small community.
The accused shooter is 34-year-old Kiernan Jones. He's facing 2 capital murder charges and 5 counts of aggravated assault. He's being held right now at the Maverick County Jail, bond more than $4 million. The Kickapoo Tribal Police Department says they'll update that case when they have more information.
Time is 6:46 this morning. A disturbing update about the death of Congressional staffer Regina Santos Aviles. She worked for Congressman Tony Gonzalez and died on September 14th when she lit herself on fire in her backyard, according to the Uvalde Leader News. Police told firefighters that she had doused herself in gasoline and was ignited into flames. Firefighters also reportedly extinguished a burning gas. Santos Aviles was 35 years old.
We are talking about the 1991 yogurt shop murders there in Austin. So that community was shocked when 4 teenage girls were murdered at a shop there, a yogurt shop. Police identified the suspect at the time as Robert Eugene Brashers. They've done so now through DNA testing. He is connected to several other crimes across the Southeast and died by suicide in 1999. Investigators say that DNA evidence links Brasher to a number of crimes in South Carolina, Georgia, and in Kentucky.
The justice system has failed the girls numerous times over the decades. This system has got to change. We have got to do better for the victims. I would like to ask President Trump for a conversation to help fix this broken system.
Investigators say that DNA evidence links Brasher to, as we said earlier, a number of crimes in several states. Just a month after the Texas legislature voted to pass a new congressional map, it is now headed to federal court.
Christina DeLeon joins us live with more on the opposition and why it could end up at the highest court. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Marissa. Good morning, everyone. Those for it say there is nothing wrong with the way those maps have been drawn. Those opponents are getting ready to ask a panel of judges to block it. So here's what we know. They argue it is simply unconstitutional and would cause irreparable harm to the rights of Black and Latino Texans. So right now it is in front of a panel of 3 federal judges. Attorneys now asking the court to consider a preliminary injunction to block the implementation of that new map. An assistant professor over at the University of Houston Law Center say it will come down to what the court finds to the state's intention.
Federal Constitution, as interpreted by the U.S. Supreme Court, bars states from intentionally gerrymandering with racial objectives in mind.
Now, the hearing is set to begin tomorrow and could last up to 9 days. It comes ahead of the midterm's primary filing deadline, which is set for December 8th. But again, this back and forth in the court system could actually land in the hands of the Supreme Court. We'll, of course, continue to follow this case and let you know what happens on air and online at news4sanantonio.com. Reporting live, I'm Christina De Leon. We will send it back to you.
Christina, thanks. Happening today, a local organization teaming up with AT&T and Human IT. They are going to be giving out laptops to local students and families in need.
Tawny Davis joins us live now with details and who will be getting a new computer. Good morning, Tawny.
Good morning. Although we may be living in a digital age, there are still many people who do not have access to their own computer. So in order to close the digital divide, SA Digital Connects is making sure everyone who needs it gets their own laptop. So according to the U.S. Census Bureau data, millions of people nationwide still do not have access to the internet or connected devices needed to fully be a part of the online world. To help combat that, AT&T and Human IT are providing 45 refurbished laptops to SA Digital Connects to give it to San Antonio students and families who need it. This effort is part of AT&T's initiative to help address the digital divide through internet accessibility, affordability, and safe adoption. For SA Digital Connects, this aligns with their mission to make sure there is digital inclusion in every household. That includes reliable access to the internet, service levels at prices people can afford, and a way for people to feel safe, secure, and confident online. So the laptop distribution will be this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. over at CamSTEM High School, and this is an event where the students have already been decided prior, so make sure you know that before you head out. Reporting live, I'm Tawny Davis. Back to you.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette Calle.
It is nice outside. It's not fall crisp. Let's not get crazy here.
Not at all.
But it is you're not going to walk outside and sweat the moment you try to take the trash out.
It feels nice. It's comfortable.
Yes, comfortable.
60s. It is slightly milder compared to yesterday morning by about 3 degrees, but it's still in the 60s.
I don't think you'll
so
feel
we'll
that.
take it. No,
It's weird looking at your map with the temperatures. It's what, 58 in Bernie?
Yeah, it's in the 50s up in
it's
Bernie
crazy.
and Kerrville.
That is crisp.
That's chilly.
No,
that's
crisp.
wetter weather.
Yeah, that's good
Hey,
stuff.
and last day of September today, first day of October
I love this
tomorrow.
map. This is my favorite thing you do.
This had me thinking about the holidays.
Yep, I'm
I
gonna take a
can't
picture of it right
believe
now.
it. So Halloween, folks, 31 days away. Clocks fall back in 33 days, so daylight saving time will come to an end on Sunday, November 2nd. That means we get an extra hour of sleep. That is the day I'm looking forward to. Thanksgiving, less than 60 days away. And get this, Christmas is less than 100 days away, 86 days to be exact. Can't believe it. Once October 1st hits, I feel like that's the holiday season, the start of the holiday season. Here's what to expect weather-wise. Well, the mornings are going to stay rather cool, comfortable, mostly in the 60s. That'll be the case through this work week. Afternoons, though, will be a little hot, climbing into the low and mid 90s. We're going to be in the upper 60s each morning through Friday. And then notice that this weekend into early next week, with an increase in Gulf moisture, we'll be closer to the low 70s. Very typical fall weather where we have the cool mornings and then it gets hot in the afternoons. Air quality alert day today. Yes, we do have high levels of ozone pollution once again today, including tomorrow. So you want to limit time outside between 2 and 8 if you are elderly, if you are a child, and if you're someone who has a respiratory condition. Here's a way, look at the ways that you can help to stop that ozone pollution. All right, fire danger. We're going to have this to worry about the next several days. Keep this in mind with the drought conditions and with no rain in the forecast in the short term. We are looking at an elevated fire danger. Now, today it looks like a high to very high fire danger from San Antonio to the south and east. The rest of the area low to moderate. Now, October 5th through the 9th, Climate Prediction Center rainfall outlook showing a possible pattern change. We could actually see some rain during that time, bringing us slightly above normal precipitation. What will likely bring that change, or the possibility of it, is a front that will be coming in mid to late next week. In the meantime, high pressure is going to be in control. We'll see if that front actually brings us some rain. Ahead of it, there may be an increase in low-level moisture, and that is what could produce a couple of showers by that time. But that's still over a week away. Anything can happen from now until then. We do have this upper-level disturbance across North Texas that's moving to the east, and you can see it's taking the cloud cover with it. It was pretty cloudy yesterday, and with the clouds, temperatures were in the upper 80s. With more sunshine today, we'll climb into the 90s, and take a look at that extended forecast. Upper 60s for the rest of the week in the mornings, with afternoon highs climbing to the mid-90s, normal highs 87. First weekend of October, high temperatures here in the low 90s. You can get the extended forecast online at news4sa.com. Click on weather.
Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to wrap up here with good news on I-35. We're now up to a 45-minute delay northbound as you're approaching Loop 1604. We've just had a series of issues in this area, construction, a crash, and so, yeah, not shaping up too nicely moving forward into your morning. Downtown, we do have some construction closures on the connecting ramp between I-35 southbound and I-10 westbound. We also have a partial closure of the lower level of I-35 southbound in that same area. So now going to see a little bit of a shift in the normal construction delays that we've been seeing downtown. No longer going to be the northbound lanes of I-35, but the southbound lanes as you're approaching the Y. It's all for the same project, just a different spot that they're working on now. Zooming out, here's the rest of San Antonio. Photojournalist David Mendoza has been watching all of this unfold from the sky. He is in Sky 4 this morning. Let's check in again. Good morning, David.
Yeah, extremely busy morning. Multiple accidents, a lot of issues going on our roadways, construction issues as well. We've moved from the northeast. Right now we're over 410 and 281 in San Pedro right here. We're moving on to the west side because we're hearing reports of another accident. Drive safe out there. Have a great Tuesday. I'll leave you with that. Back to you.
Happy Tuesday, David. Thanks. That's the latest.
All right, guys, thank you. A funny story coming out of Georgia. A 12-foot-long gator was wrangled by a community after animal control failed to respond in time. So this gator, you can see here behind me, was spotted in a McDonald's drive-thru in Macon, Georgia. As you can imagine, it kind of freaked out people. They called law enforcement and animal control. Took them 2 days. And then they didn't even do anything. So everybody was like, you know what? We'll do it ourselves. They wrestled the gator to the ground.
Dude pulls up with some duct tape and a shoestring. He starts taunting the gator. Me and her brother Ty, we was like, it's our time now, for real, we finna get this thing.
It was something wholesome. Like, the community really did come together to do something that our authorities would not do.
I feel like that guy who was talking first needs to be a meme. Like, that was amazing.
I mean, duct tape and shoestring.
That's what you do. A licensed trapper has since removed the gator to a nearby county. As you can imagine, residents are fed up with law enforcement. They're saying, you know what, next time you got to be faster. Maybe they just hire that guy with duct tape and string.
Listen, I'm not going anywhere near.
That's like Navy SEAL stuff right there.
Right, like how do they even get the duct tape?
I don't know.
I can't even rip duct tape, let alone put it around.
We're going to need to work on that.
Looking ahead, News 4 San Antonio is partnering with Blood Cancer United for Light the Night. It's a walking event raising money for research on cures for blood cancer and honoring cancer patients, survivors, and those who have died. It's happening from 6 to 8:30 p.m. on Saturday, October 11th. Just scan the QR code to register.
You know, in the old days, you put the duct tape in your mouth and you tear it like that. That's how you do it.
I'm not doing that. So, you know, they use duct tape, right, to sleep so that you close your mouth and you sleep with your mouth closed.
What?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Thanks for joining us.
Sounds like